Namaste. Welcome and thank you for your presence. Yoga, even though it's thousands of years old, is still very relevant in helping us live in today's world. We constantly have to cope with things like anxiety and stress, information overload, and increasingly a sedentary lifestyle. So yoga offers us tools to overcome these obstacles to our health and peace of mind. The physical benefits of yoga asana are easy to measure, including better strength, balance, and flexibility. Asana practice then counteracts sitting too long in one position. Yoga also unites the mind and the body to dissolve stress and relieve anxiety. Meditation and pranayama are the tools that help create a positive mental attitude where happiness can flourish. Yoga teaches us how to control our own mind to prevent distractions and disturbances from upsetting us. This practice will train us to be fully present in every moment and blissfully at peace in mind and body. Creating chin mudra with the hands resting on the backs of the knees by touching the tip of the thumb to the tip of the index finger and letting the remaining 3 fingers extend outward. This is known as the gesture of consciousness. Joining the index finger with the thumb represents the connection of individual consciousness, the index finger, with the universal consciousness, the thumb. This powerful energy circuit helps to lift dull energy, calm the mind, and brighten the overall mood. The mantra is Om Shanti. Yeah, we'll type here. So, repeating Om Shanti together one time. Inhale. Om Shanti. Peace in my mind, peace in my heart, peace in my life. Now, let's start some Ujjayi breath. Ujjayi is the victorious breath made by constricting the back of the throat and creating a slight whisper sound to the breath. So use good posture, roll the shoulders up and back. Sit tall, but also be strong into the core of the abdomen. Connect your individual consciousness with the universal consciousness with chin mudra. Connect your mind and body with this Ujjayi breath. Be fully present with this moment. consciously aware of all the parts of yourself and blissfully at peace in mind and body. And from here, begin to walk the hands forward, fold over the hips. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and exhale, melt forward. Add a little movement, if you like, of rocking from side to side. And lift the back up, lift the arms up, reach to the sky, and lower the right hand, and extend the left arm to the side, pressing the right hand down and away to open up this left side of the ribs, bowing it out to the side. While staying rooted through the left sitting bone. Now switch sides and bring the left hand down, the right arm up, and crescent over to the left side. Breathing into that right side of the waist and the right side of the ribs and lungs. Let them expand and bow out to the side. And release the hands, bring them behind the back, on the floor behind you. And extend the legs forward with the knees bent. Press down through the heels, lift up through the chest, tilt the head back, and let the head rock side to side if you enjoy that. And then we'll turn over onto the stomach and come down for cobra pose. Lay with the legs close together, arms, hands under the shoulders or further back towards the ribs. Then curl head and shoulders up. And if you feel inclined to move, rock side to side, twist, look behind. Take another complete breath and then release down. Stretch the arms behind, the palms face down for locust pose. And press down through the palms, push down through the hips. Begin to lift the legs. And if you like, you can lift the shoulders as well. Take long, complete breaths. You can use the Ujjayi breath if you choose. Take one more full breath and release down. Chin to the side, heels open, just relaxing. And very gradually push yourself back to child's pose, lifting the hips and sending the hips back to the heels, lowering the forehead. Inhale. Inhale, broadening the back of the neck and shoulders. And exhale, lengthening the spine by pressing the hands forward. And lift up the hips to puppy dog, walking the hands forward to the front and scooping the chest through towards the thighs. Squeeze the knees and thighs towards the midline. Arch the lower back. Keep pressing through the finger pads and lifting the armpits up and open. And lift up the head and walk forward to stand. Walking up to the hands, roll the back up, lift the arms, take a full stretch up to the fingers, root down through the feet. And then interlace the hands behind the head, open the elbows, tilt the head back. Inhale, look up. And on the exhale, look down, the elbows forward, the chin to the chest. Repeat on the breath, looking up on the inhale, arch back. And looking down on the exhale, round it forward. And finish that breath. Lift up to the center. And with the hands still in the back of the head, crescent to the left side. Look up to the right. You can even add a little toe touch with that left foot to increase the side stretch. And then switch to the other side. Crescent to the right, perhaps lifting up the right heel. And return to the center with the hands at your side. Slide the hands down to the knees, fold forward halfway. Inhale, lift the head of the arm bones up and the shoulders back from the ears. Continue sliding forward on the exhale. Inhale, lift hands to knees, flat back. And exhale, fold over straight legs. Inhale up halfway. And exhale, fold once more. Inhale, halfway up. And exhale, full forward bend, Uttanasana. Bend both knees, lift the heels, squat with the knees outside the elbows. Inhale, broaden the chest, pressing the elbows outward against the inner knees. And on the exhale, squeeze those knees in against the elbows, hug to the midline. Now straighten the knees to fold forward. And inhale, roll up to stand. Step to the front of the mat. And then step the right foot back for warrior one. Make sure that back heel is grounded. The feet are steady. And then circle the arms, beginning with the inhale to lift and open the chest. And on the exhale to reach down and forward. Okay. Next time arms lift up, leave them over the shoulders. Virabhadrasana, warrior. Inhale, lift up through the thumbs. And exhale, draw down through the shoulder blades, in through the navel. Press through the soles of the feet. Expand and contract with each breath cycle. Being present with the breath. Then clasp the hands behind you in Yoga Mudra. Draw the shoulder blades in, lift the heart up. Inhale, look up, and exhale, bend the front knee, arch back. And bring the hands forward to the front knee and fold over that left hip. Inhale with a flat back, and exhale, slide down the leg, coming to the shin, to a set of blocks, or fingertips on the floor. Relax on the inhale and sense where your body is in space, and if you need to make any minor adjustments, corrections to alignment, do that. So on your exhale, you're free to go deeper, folding over straight leg. Lift up in the navel. Engage the muscles to hug to the bone. Fully present, fully conscious and aware of each part of yourself. And blissful, mind and body. Step the right foot forward, inhaling. And then exhale, fold over straight legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, Tadasana, lifting up, touch the palms. And exhale, lower the arms. Step the left foot back for warrior. Now bend the right knee. Keep the back leg straight, pressing all the way down to the heel and the back foot. Inhale, circle the arms up and back, and exhale, reach down, forward. I'm bending and straightening the front knee, but keeping the back leg totally rigid. Next time the arms come up, hold them over the shoulders. Pull the navel in, lengthen down through the tailbone as you lift up through the crown, through the fingertips. Stay steady with the breath. Easeful, peaceful. Open to grace and integrating all the parts of ourself. Now clasp hands behind or hold on to the waist. You can even use a strap. Take Yoga Mudra and tilt the head back. A little back bend or deepen the back bend. Bending the front knee a little farther. And release the hands forward onto the front leg. And start to straighten the front knee as you slide down over the right hip. Inhale, level the hips. Turn that left hip forward, pull the right hip crease back. And on the exhale, squeeze the muscles, lift up the kneecap. And you're going down to blocks or to the floor with your hands. Knowing you can always relax tension on the inhalation to get a better feeling of what's happening in your body. Use Ujjayi breath to stay more aware of the breathing because you're hearing the sound as well as feeling it. Step the left foot forward, inhaling to a flat back. Exhale, fold over legs, Uttanasana. Then inhale, stand up, lift the arms. And exhale, release, arms down. Turn to the side, take a wide stance. And bend the knees, fold forward, and walk the fingertips away, hang the hips back. So you create a little traction in the spine. You can even move a little side to side with the hips, straighten one knee and then the opposite. Now, place the left hand underneath the face, on the floor under the face. Lift the right arm up and twist towards that right arm. Okay? So don't take the hand any farther back than the shoulder. Keep the palm a little closer to the floor than the shoulder. So there's a hollowness in the armpit, a softness, a little crease in the elbow. And the more you press down through this bottom arm, the more you can open the chest and stack the shoulders. And lower the right hand and switch sides. The right hand on the floor under your face. Lift the left arm up and gradually open the chest more. Again, you don't want to take the arm behind the shoulder, because the arm bone is poking out from the shoulder socket. I'm going to draw the head of the arm bone back into the shoulder socket where it belongs. And then release down when you're finished. Inhale, standing up and turning the right toes towards the end of the mat. Open the arms for warrior two. Right. The inhale, lift the arm, straighten the right knee. And on the exhale, open the arms shoulder height and back into warrior. Move from the strength of the inner thighs to lift and lower with control. Hold the warrior two. Stay powerful in the legs, not even depending on the friction of the sticky mat to keep the feet from sliding, but using the internal muscles to control that. Next, lift the right hand, tilt the head back. Reverse the warrior. And then straighten the right knee for triangle. And bring the right hand over, down to the right leg. Stack the shoulders, and then lift the left arm. Inhale, lift up through the left fingertips. And exhale, press down through the legs and feet. Okay, so the right hand is high enough on that right leg that I can stack the hips and shoulders and prevent that collapse that tends to happen if you are going too deep without, getting the alignment. If you really need to have your hand on the floor, then you're going to have a super long stance in the legs in order to be able to stack the shoulders. All right. Hard to lift up from that super long stance, so adjust, lock the feet in if they're too far apart, and then we'll stand and turn the feet. Let's pivot the right toes in, turn the left toes out, and come back to warrior. Bend the left knee. Inhale, lift the arms, straighten the legs. And exhale, open arms, shoulder height. Flow with your breath. To strengthen the inner thighs with each of these movements, so that you're not even depending on the stickiness of the mat, but you have the resources inside you to stay steady. And holding warrior 2 now. Widen the arms, draw the shoulder blades into the back, and tighten through the tummy so there's power all down through the pelvis, legs, feet. And lift the left arm, reverse warrior. And straighten the left leg. Lengthen the whole side of the body before coming down with the left hand into triangle. Lift the right shoulder, lift the right arm, lift the right fingers, look up. And on the exhale, press down through the legs and feet. And find a comfortable support for that bottom hand. By pressing down through that bottom hand, you're broadening the shoulders, providing steadiness. And the optimal place to put the bottom hand is on a block or on the floor, because that's the steadiest place of all. Now, the super long stance, I'll try and touch the floor. Coming out carefully after wrinkling up my mat. I'll come back up to stand and move to downward dog. First, rearrange some order. And then bring hands down to the mat. Walk back with the feet to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Inhale, soften the knees, relax the shoulders. And on the exhale, press the heels down while you lengthen the spine. Pulsing the opposites. Softening on the inhale and strengthening on the exhale. Now, inhale, step the right foot forward, lower the left knee down. Press through the feet, lift up with the arms to monkey pose, Anjaneyasana. And lower the left hand. Windmill the right arm back up. So you're twisting to look up to the right hand. Good. And then lower the right hand inside the right knee, inside the right foot, and begin to straighten the right knee. You'll lift up the right toes. And if you need more space to fold forward, you can walk the hands over to the side wider. And over a series of breaths, moving back towards the front of your mat. And move the left hand back so it's under the left shoulder, off to the side. And then sweep the right arm up and twist to look up there. And release the right hand down. Step the right foot back. And step the left foot forward to low lunge. Press down through the legs and lift the arms to monkey pose, Anjaneyasana. And lower the right hand. Windmill the left arm up. And turn to look up to that hand. Good. Spread the fingers. Add a smile. And lower the left hand. Bring it to the floor inside the left foot. If you need to, widen the left foot over to the side more. And start to lift up the left toes and fold forward. Move over to the right side a little wider if you want. Being here now, fully conscious and aware of each part of yourself. Blissful in mind and body. Move the right hand closer so it's under the right shoulder. And then lift up the left arm, twist to gaze up to that hand. This is like revolved triangle, but a little easier to balance with one knee down. And lower the left hand and step the left foot back. Back up into downward facing dog. Then lower the right knee down. Balance on the right arm. You're going to pivot the right knee to the side and lift the left arm up. And take that left arm back behind the head. Open the chest, spiral open, tilt the head back, press the hips forward. And release that when you're ready. Lower the left hand and lift the knees to downward dog. Switch sides now. Lower the left knee. Pivot that knee, turn it to the side. Balance on the left arm and sweep the right arm up. And pressing down through the sole of the right foot to lift the right hip up and back. Push the hips forward a little, lengthen the tailbone. That'll add to the back bend. And release the hands to the mat. And walk the hands over to the side, turning so that you're facing the side edge of the mat with the knees on the cushion of the mat. Then you can widen the knees for wide-kneed child's pose. Once the knees are apart, start to fold forward, resting on the elbows, or coming down, forehead to the thumbs, or even to the floor. Grip with the inner thighs like you're squeezing an exercise ball between your knees. And walk the hands over to the side, walking them to the right, and add to the stretch along the left side of the ribs and into that left inner thigh. And switch hands to the opposite side, walking them to the left, and adding to the stretch along the right side of the ribs and waist. And down into that right inner thigh. And lift up to the center. Lift up the hips. And we'll take camel pose here. Holding the hips with the hands, arch back. Squeeze the shoulder blades in and scoop the heart up while pressing down through the toenails and feet. You may find that you can reach to the heels. And sweep the arms up to lift out of the pose. Reach. And bend forward. Slide the right knee up behind the right wrist and then turn it at an angle. Come into pigeon pose. Walk the left knee back. Inhale, balance the hips. And on the exhale, fold forward over that right knee and bow down. Maybe coming to the elbows, resting forehead on the thumbs, or resting forehead on the mat. Perhaps using Ujjayi breath to stay in this moment aware of each breath by hearing its sound. Start to switch sides, lift up, step the right foot back. And when you're ready, bring the left knee up behind the left wrist. Angle it out to the side. And move the right knee back. Staying supported through muscular energy in the pelvic floor lifting, the lower abdomen toning, and the outer hips hugging in towards the midline. steady and easeful. Come forward. Being here, now, present. Consciously aware, blissful, Sat Chit Ananda, Satchitananda, being, consciousness, bliss. Even over thousands of years, that truth still resonates in us as relevant. It's time to lift out. Step the left foot back for a moment, walk the knees, and then come through to a seated position. And open the legs pretty wide. Flex the ankles. Spiral the inner thighs down towards the mat. Draw the lower back in, lift the rib cage up, and roll the shoulders back. Inhale, lengthen the spine, tucking the chin slightly so there's space in the back of the neck. And start to fold over the hips, just gradually at first, feeling how it's going. Preserving the alignment in the spine, neck, and shoulders. Being patient and waiting for your body to open before deepening the stretch. So, over a series of breaths, you may get down onto the floor with your elbows and have a way to support your forehead with the thumbs. Pressing the forehead down into the thumbs helps teach your body to go a little deeper through internal effort. So there's options. Some people hold on to the big toes. And let's lift up, release, lift the knees, bring the soles of the feet together. And for this, you may desire to be up sitting on a little bit of a lift. If the hips are a little tight and the knees are high up in the air, it helps to have that lift up under the sitting bones to be able to maintain a good posture. The lower back drawing in, the shoulders rolling up and back. And on the exhale, gently pressing with the elbows into the inner thighs to deepen the stretch. And relax that tension on the inhale. Smile again. And fold on the exhale, feeling where your body is getting the optimal stretch. Maintaining good alignment to protect the anatomy of the body. And release and lift the back, squeeze the knees together, and open the feet to the width of the mat. Windshield wiper the knees from side to side, taking a breath on one side, before moving to the next. Okay. And from there, let's also have our Ardha Matsyendrasana, the twist. So the knees lifted up. Draw the right heel underneath and back by the left hip. And then hug the left knee into the chest. So you're sitting up straight. Wrap the right elbow in front of the knee so you can twist and look over the left shoulder. Inhale, lift up through the crown. And exhale, twist from the navel. Some other variations exist where that front foot is crossed to the outside of the knee, or this right elbow crosses to the inside of the knee. And unwind so you can switch sides. Lift up the right knee and thread the left heel back towards the right hip. Hug the right knee into the chest. Draw the lower back in and then start to twist around, looking to the right. If you're trying other variations, just make sure you can keep both sitting bones grounded, balanced, and the lower back drawing in. Now, release the twist. And please lie down on your back and recline. Where you can draw the right knee into the chest, extend the left leg on the floor. And then straighten the right leg and hold the back of the right thigh with the hands as you press the ball of the foot to the sky. Inhale, tuck the shoulder blades under the back, head and shoulders resting on the floor. And the exhale, press the thigh into the hands or the foot into a strap. Or if you're holding to the big toe, here, and you're straightening the knee, bringing the right shin closer to the head. Now, put the right foot back to the floor with the right knee bent. Open the right knee over to the right side, the right hand to the inner thigh, and the left hand keeping the left hip from lifting up. So stretching this right inner thigh a little. And then we're going to lift the right knee up once more. Press the right foot down to the mat and roll over onto the left hip. So right knee is crossing over. Hold that with the left hand. Then open the right arm, the palm face up, and twist to look back over that shoulder. Inhale, straighten the spine, the bottom leg, and on the exhale, pull the navel in as you twist, and press the outer left hip to the mat. release onto your flat back and switch sides. Hug the left knee into the chest. Inhale, expand, and exhale, tighten. Pulse the opposites. Integrate into the whole. And now open that left knee to the left side with the sole of the left foot against the inner right leg, just as it would be in tree pose. So stretch open that left inner thigh. You can add a little pressure with the left hand. And we're keeping this right buttocks and right hip down on the mat. Now lift up the left knee and press the left foot into the mat. Twist the left knee over and across to the right side. Hold it with the right hand. And open the left arm, stretch it away. Twist and look over the left shoulder. Breathe. And remain strong through your core to protect the lower back. Blissful in mind and body. And release that now. Flatten onto the back. Okay. Now press the feet down, lift the buttocks and slide the backs of the hands underneath to sit down on the backs of the hands. And lift the legs, invert the legs. Noticing how this feels energetically. If there's a calming effect on the mind when the legs are inverted and the hips on the floor. If you usually lift the hips in inversions, you can take the legs up and over the head into plow, lifting the hips up. When you're ready to release, bend the knees, round the back, hold the ankles or the feet to roll down into happy baby. Widen the knees and pull the knees towards the armpits while the feet resist and push up into the hands. Lower the feet down and open the knees apart, soles of the feet touching together. Lift the hips momentarily to make the back more comfortable and easeful. And then rest in reclining cobbler, Supta Baddha Konasana, with your Ujjayi breath. Taking complete breaths in, complete breaths out. And extend the legs straight. Lift the arms over the head. Widen the arms and legs to take up all the space you need to stretch and extend every muscle. Stretching the fingers and the palms, rolling the wrists, and the same with the toes and the feet, the ankles, and all those little muscles in the face. Start to exercise the muscles in the face, the mouth, even the tongue. So make some scary faces. And then bring the arms down along your side. The palms face up for Shavasana. Make your body as comfortable as possible. Remove any props that are in your way, or even eyeglasses that you don't need. And begin to relax more and more into the support the floor is offering you. Relax the arms into the floor, the legs into the floor, your back and head into the floor. Trustfully surrendering into the floor as it holds you safe and supporting. Going deeper into this relaxation by relaxing the mind as well as the body. Relax the mental effort and simply witness the beauty of this moment, the blissful peace within your mind and body, where you're fully present in this truth, in this moment, fully conscious, awake and aware of everything inside you. Moving inward with your awareness so that you can sense the third eye in the center and between the eyebrows. Inhale to the third eye and exhale to the tips of the nostrils. Inhale to the third eye, thinking the sound so, and exhale through the nostrils, thinking the sound hum. So, hum. This simple mantra of the breath prevents distractions, disturbances in the mind. So, hum. And if you were using Ujjayi breath before, you don't need to do it in Shavasana. And just relax, diaphragmatic breathing. Effortless, silent, as though you were pretending to be asleep. And you can even let your waking, conscious mind take a little rest. And just let your thoughts drift to your happy place. feeling good about yourself, for you're maintaining your own well-being with practices of yoga, asana, pranayama, meditation, mantra, mudra, yantra. So many tools at your disposal for overcoming the obstacles that our modern society has placed in our way for health and happiness. You can be reminded of your own truth, consciousness, and bliss whenever you practice yoga, so that there is peace in the mind, peace in your heart, and peace in your life. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Now begin to deepen your breath. And let that good feeling, peace and bliss, circulate into every nook and cranny, and start to awaken the muscles, moving them a little bit, and stretching, and finding your way over onto your side, and waking up the mind a little bit more, and then sitting back upright in a comfortable seated pose. I really appreciate your presence and your practice and your deep soul beauty. Namaste.